Good morning. It is the 7th and final day of a week on the cabbage soup diet, and I am so excited to be finishing this stupid bloody thing. I'm hungry, so breakfast. Well, after the relative satisfaction of the last couple of days, things are going back to basics with the cabbage soup diet. Fruit and vegetables all day. And today I don't even get a baked potato. So I guess they really, really want you to starve yourself today of calories in time for the weigh-in tomorrow. I'm really hungry, so I'm going to tuck in. And then I'm going to swear to whoever came up with this and curse them. I hate them. I hate you! Well, that was a pretty boring morning. We had to go to the garage to get a new tyre because somebody decided to run over a nail. Didn't they?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't decide to.
You did. You thought it'd be fun, and it turns out it wasn't because it cost money because we had to get a new tyre. But now we have a new tyre, so you're at least free to go and run over another nail if you like.
Well, I won't be doing that again.
Well, I suggest not. But it is lunchtime. We've also been discussing what we're going to do for lunch tomorrow, because I'm very excited to start eating food again. We're going to go for a carvery. So I'm going to eat loads of meat, loads of potatoes, loads of gravy, and absolutely zero vegetables. Because over the last week I've had more vegetables than I think I've had in the last 3 months combined. More today, of course, more for lunch, more for dinner. Maybe not for lunch. Actually, there will be for lunch because I'm going to have cabbage bloody soup. But I'm going to mainly have fruit today, I think, because it's just easier and less weird to have fruit on its own rather than just a plate of vegetables. So it's time to warm up my cabbage delight. While Grace butters her toast, I have Old Faithful. I don't know why I have to taste it and tell you what it tastes like every time, because it tastes the same. Look forward to not having to taste it ever again.
I think you like it.
Maybe I do. Maybe I'll miss it when it's gone.
I think you will.
Maybe I'll cry into my carvery tomorrow. Okay there, Basil. Are you excited for my last day? Yeah? You don't get any meat today, I'm afraid. But here's my pudding, following my cabbage soup, a berry medley. Juicy grapes, strawberries, blueberries and blackberries. Ooh, and it comes with a tiny plastic fork. Marvellous. Very nice. Time to watch some theme park vlogs. Right. It's been a bit of a strange day today. I felt really tired all day, so I had a pretty epic nap, to be honest. But as well as sort of going out and doing the car, I've done some work, played some video games, stroked Basil. It's not been the best day, but I can't complain really. Although I have felt hungry all day. I've been sad all day because vegetables and fruit just do not fill you up. So breakfast was just boring fruit. Lunch was soup and fruit, and I've kind of had a couple more bits of fruit throughout the day. I had another orange satsuma and another apple. Now I'm really hungry. Gonna try and bulk up so I go to bed at least slightly happy, because I'm just not. So I'm gonna have, well, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have. Yum 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 yum. I'm so jealous you get meat. And here it is, the final supper. This stuff, tender stem broccoli and a green medley. I wonder what sort of sound it makes. Am I looking forward to it? Absolutely not, because I just know it's not going to fill me up. I do have fruit for pudding afterwards, but it's I'm not gonna be sorry to see this go. I'm just not, regardless of what Greg thinks. Speaking of which, tuna, cheese, Marmite. I've got no idea what you're making, but I am so jealous.
I'm making tuna melts and cheese and Marmite melt.
Oh, That sounds so good. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. There's my vegetable medley. Sounds crap. There's my soup. Looks the same as usual. And oh my god, that smells so good.
Looks like I've overdone it with the cheese a little bit, but I don't think there's as much on there as it looks, to be honest.
I'm so jealous. Oh, take it away. So here's tonight sorted. Going to play some video games and eat some pineapple. My dessert. Yum, 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 yum. Hurry up and load. Right. That was it. That was the last day of a week on the cabbage soup diet. And this week has seriously dragged. I think I've said this already this week. It just seemed like every day went so slow. And I swear to God, there was like 12 days this week. It was just so long, so dull, really difficult. Like, I would never expect Grace to do these ridiculous fad ones with me. But just seeing her meals was just torture. Even fairly boring things like tuna on toast with cheese just looked so good. Oh, I mean, she is purposefully choosing fairly mundane things in the hope that it doesn't get to me. But anything would get to me. Like, I swear she could have a cheese sandwich, just a cheese sandwich, and I would be just drooling at it. Now I'm thinking about cheese sandwich. Today has been the worst. Oh, it feels just like every day is worse than the last. Breakfast was fruit. Snacks then were fruit. Lunch was cabbage soup and fruit. Then dinner was soup, vegetables, and then finally more fruit. I just find it difficult to choose veg this week because a lot of the better vegetables are high in starch, and you can't have starchy veg. And it's kind of like, well, I could have asparagus or something else non-starchy, which I like, but it just feels weird to eat it without like potatoes and meat or something. It's been a really tough week, but we'll see if it's worth it. Is the cabbage soup diet worth it in the end? I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's by going to bed, then waking up, and going and please be worth it. Jumping on the scales, please be worth it. Right, let's see if the past week was worth it. Was 14.6. Now, 14.02. Come on. This is the weight of the camera. I'm going to blame the weight of the camera. Oh, so close to dropping below 14. Boo. Well, that was certainly an interesting week. And by interesting, I mean it was awful. I did not enjoy that one little bit. That was certainly one of the worst I've done. Oh, I can't say it is the worst because I did some really, really terrible ones a couple of years ago. Like the Loser Stone in a Week diet, and this reminded me of that. It sucked. It really sucked. I mean, I'm not going to recap the entire week, but day 1 and 2 was fruit and veg, and I think 3 combined those. Day 4, bananas and milk. Day 5 and 6, meat and vegetables. That was a step in the right direction. Then day 7 was just back to fruit and veg. It sucked. It really, really was bad. And the cabbage soup, whilst on its own, fine, but to have it like twice a day sucked. Wasn't worth the £6 because it's probably water weight, which is just going to go back on. Maybe I'll do a follow-up if there's any dramatic change over the next week or so. I don't know. We'll see. I just feel really fed up now. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you coming on? Ridiculous light bulb. That's really throwing me off now. I was ranting, wasn't I? What was I saying? Just don't do this one. It's unpleasant. The week went so slow. I'm really not happy. I really don't want to do a crap one next. In fact, it hopefully isn't going to be a crap one next. Just anything would be better than that, though. I would eat cardboard boxes for a week and it would be better than that. Honestly, at least I'd feel full. And the flavour would be the same, which is exactly like this diet went. So, no, don't bother. Don't bother. Have the cabbage soup if you want it, occasionally. But don't do the diet. It's really bad. Really bad. Don't feel great. Can't wait to go and get some actual food. Going to go and get a carvery. Meat, potatoes, nothing else. But thank you for joining me on this culinary adventure. If you'd like to see what's coming up next, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see before anybody else. Then you can support the show on Patreon. It really does help support the channel and keep me doing these ridiculous things. It helps to keep me miserable, basically. But until then, goodbye.